I'm gonna... Because I can't pull my bow and attack.
As part of your move, you could have pulled out your bow.
And
Yeah, you would have
I'm
heard
just
the
gonna...
fish down there.
Yeah, what's that?
You would have heard the fish, you would have been like...
Right, okay.
wise to
So
them
then
in
I'm
trouble.
gonna fire...
Your bow all kind of unfolds in the epic way.
I'm gonna give a wink over to the professor as I cock back the arrow.
Ooh, bye.
And basically just gonna aim for anywhere in the water.
You're attacking the koi fish, or you're attacking the chain devil?
The pond.
Just anywhere in the pond?
To electrify the fish.
Okay.
Well, okay, is the what's-his-face touching the water as well?
The devil is not.
Damn it.
You can kinda, I guess, target the pond where the fish is.
Okay.
So give me a roll. If you're hitting a specific square, that's AC 5 with distance, that's 70 feet away, so it would be AC 12 to hit the pond where approximately the fish is. Yeah, you drop the sparking arrow into the pond, right beside where the fish is, and yes, it is a shock weapon. Raw, this is not how shock weapons work, but for cool factor, yes, you can apply your 1d6 points of shock damage to the fish.
And for good measure, is it just a plain 1d6?
Yep.
Okay. 1 more damage.
You bastard! You bastard! That's it, I'm bringing out my good song for you! It's Zephyros, and you're kind of standing there, the devil turns its head, and you can see these flaming red eyes glaring at you.
What are you shooting at, Luudo?
What is this area of effect where I am?
This is a misty cloud that is centered on where Pharisee was a moment ago.
Okay, so this chain devil can see me, but if I step into it, then he won't be able to see me anymore.
Yep.
Do I know? I saw these chains go onto the ground, right?
Yep, you can see them slithering through the grass.
I mean, I'm assuming that they're there to ensnare us, but do I know this? Do I know anything about them?
You could give me a spellcraft.
Okay. $31.
They are acting like animated objects.
Do I know what their reach is?
Probably just 5 feet around it.
Okay, probably just 5 feet around it.
An animated object, basically, most likely the chains will either try to slap you or try to wrap around you, or both.
Okay, so I am going to cast Fly on myself.
They probably won't be terribly tough on their own, but as helpers to the chain devil might be really bad.
Yeah. I'm going to cast Fly on myself.
Okay. That's a standard action.
Yeah. Let me just mark it off on my...
And then are you flying away with the Qualish?
I am indeed.
Okay, so medium flight would be, instead of 60, you're moving 40, which is 20 on the map. So
okay,
you're...
but I also want to go into the air so that I'm off the ground.
Sure.
So because I want to be out of range of these chains on the ground, so I want to go as high up and as far up as I can in one go, like a 45-degree angle sort of.
Okay, so you're kind of like you're above the bubble, the back half of it, and you're 15 feet off the ground.
Okay, thank you.
With the Qualish.
Flying Qualish.
Yep. It is now flying.
It spent a lot of time in that museum just waiting for you guys.
0313 or whatever.
Yeah.
Classic story of giant elephant man reached apparatus to Qualish.
Brilliant.
Yeah, there we go.
chain devil, is not singing.
With my wings.
What can it do? Well, you notice that the bruise on its face is slowly disappearing.
Well, that's good.
Luudo notices that. The rest of you can't see through the mist.
Wait, no, that's bad. That means it's healing.
Yep. And then it's going to... It sees Luudo. Huh.
Of course.
This was kind of your fault, Luudo.
Well, I mean, we had fun.
It points forward, like the chains keep on going forward, and it's going to move off into the side towards Luudo. That's 40 feet. Gets right up to Luudo.
Hello.
Submit, it says, as chains are reaching out towards it and rising off of its body like snakes and reaching towards Luudo. It had to move through the trees to get at you, so it double moves, but it is threatening you. Professor.
Can I see it?
Yeah, you're kind of at near the bottom of the stairs, so you can 5-foot step to the bottom of the stairs and look at the thing that is right beside the stairs.
I'm not gonna 5-foot step. I think I need more movement than that. I'm going to come out, stay away from it, but move and be able to still see it. Is there like a line of sight still at this thing?
Yep.
Out of its threatened area.
Given that you're off the path and it's in trees, there is concealment, which is a 20% mischance.
Is it?
You're in bushes and it's in bushes.
Do I know if it's wearing armor? Like, are the chains considered heavy armor?
You don't know if they're considered heavy armor. It does look like it's got a considerable amount of chains on it.
Fuck it, we're going for it.
And it does look like, if you were to judge, it's not full plate in chains. It's more like a chainmail.
I was gonna say, maybe like a mail made out of
What could it be? Some kind of interlocking rings or links? Link mail?
Oh,
No.
you guys.
I'm going for it. I'm casting Armor Lock on the chain thing. And if it works, otherworldly chains will wrap around it.
I meet your chains and raise you. Chains.
Oh, chains, huh?
It's called Armor Lock.
Yes.
You and your weird spells.
Upon pointing at an armored foe, you cause all the joints of the target's armor to stiffen as otherworldly chains wrap around the target's already seemingly otherworldly chains.
This is awesome. Is there SR involved in the spell?
Yes.
Okay, you have to break this creature's spell resistance.
I don't know how to do that, and it seems like I will fail, but I'm willing to give it a try.
It is a
D20 plus
it is a
caster
D20 roll plus caster level plus any feats or powers that are related to breaking the spell resistance of highly magical resistant beings.
I can break these cuffs. So, you know that one?
Yeah.
You can't break those cuffs. Alright, 1d20 plus 5. 8! Fuck, it didn't work. I'm sorry, Luudo. God.
Okay, a bunch of otherworldly chains go around it, try to wrap around it, and they just seem to absorb into the creature itself.
Oh, shit.
Because your armor lock spell does not work.
No, it doesn't.
Nope.
It definitely doesn't work when you roll a 3.
I mean,
Manny.
Not a whole lot of stuff works when you roll a 3.
Manny's just,
head now.
Luudo! There's a big chain bastard coming for you!
Oh, I see him.
Okay, Manny's gonna strafe the battlefield because it's his buddy.
He's over here!
He gets to there with a double move.
The chain thing has...
Come on, we're getting out of here, we're going back to the... He stops sharing the plans as he sees that, or he hears that the chain devil might be near. Pharisee.
Pharisee says, "Wait here, Tech. guard the door for us.
I
With
will
your
guard
double
door. he draws the sword of cursed berserking.
No.
Why is no one taking that from him?
Alright,
You want to try?
Pixel and I are gonna fly sort of towards the interesting stuff.
Okay. So single move, you move at what, 40?
Yeah, so I'm gonna double move and get about 10 feet up.
Okay. You're sort of at this this outcropping of the copse of trees. The animated
sounds
chains are moving forward. They move forward 30 and they're along the ground.
As far as they can go, you do see they kind of flip up towards.
The flying Zephyros and Qualish, but they're still sort of moving forward. And Tech is going to guard
He will delay
until something appears. The koi fish.
You suck.
It begins to reverberate and bounce around this place in a 300-foot radius song that is very captivating.
Boo!
Ooh, how nice. Okay.
All creatures must make a will save or become captivated by the koi fish's song.
That coy devil.
This includes the devil.
Oh, yeah!
So we will go in order of initiative because it's fun that way. Texarat Gagat
has to make
a will save DC
Yeah.
16
Oh,
or become captivated by the koi fish's song.
All right.
Looking good for Tech.
19.
He is going to listen to the queen and guard the door
Wow.
with the cursed
There you go.
berserking sword. Luudo, the song is amazing and you can't get it out of your head and it's reverberating and you just want to be near the koi fish.
Did you roll already?
Well, he now needs to resist this
Roll
urge that is obviously
Yeah.
wrong.
Oh my god, is it a will save?
It is will save.
Yeah, not my strong suit.
Luudo, will saves, rogues.
Not ever my good one. Jesus Christ.
Cheese and crepes?
Cheese and crepes. 11.
Alright, I'm gonna put a giant
Womp womp.
pink aura around Luudo as Luudo is captivated by the song. Let me just read what this means. The victim, under the effects of the captivating song, moves towards the target using the most direct means available. If the path leads them to a dangerous area, such as a fire or off a cliff, you get a second saving throw.
Or into a chain devil?
You just want to be beside the fish. The fish is the best thing ever.
Would walking directly into the chain devil trigger another?
If the chain devil is a combatant, perhaps.
Or maybe we're just trying to get to the same
That's right.
concert, you know?
Exactly. Zephyros.
Oh dear me. Zephyros has a +5 will save, and he rolls an 18.
Okay,
God, this is
Zephyros.
wild.
You have mental mantras that you say in your head to block out these mental tricks, and you managed to shake it off. You did so much as turn your head around to have a look at the harpy, or not the harpy, the koi fish. The chain jailer
Come on, jailer!
has to make a.
Oh my god, I hope this thing is...
Holy shit! It's will saves +3.
Oh, thank god. Come on, fail, you bastard!
Yes!
Did it break SR?
This is not an SRable thing.
Oh,
This,
nice.
this is a supernatural ability of the koi fish. But the jailer, you notice its chains begin to like sway, sway to the music, and they all kind of go down.
Slave only to the dance now.
As both Luudo and the Chain Devil are now really into the koi fish, who's sort of also laughing at the same time, making a song. Professor.
Here we go, Professor.
And then
12.
12 fails.
And the crawling hand.
Yep. Is undead, and I think
23?
it's immune to this, so I don't think it has to make a save.
I think the crawling hand, seeing this, will continuously try to like slap and trip the professor to like snap him out of it as he realizes what's going on.
All right, Manny, you gonna give me a saving throw over Manny?
Yeah, he's got a decent. Oops.
What was the DC on this? I don't even think this koi fish wants to win. It just likes fucking with us.
20.
Manny is like, get out of my head! Don't listen to it! That's what Manny says. Pharisee.
Hey.
25.
Nice.
All right.
Pharisee, also a creature that has sonic tricks, does not fall for this. The animated chains don't have to make their save. They continue on doing what they're doing, which brings us, I think, so that was the koi fish's attack. Now everyone gets to act as they were. Luudo, all you want to do is go sit within 5 feet of the koi fish.
Oh no, it's gonna swim to the bottom.
Yeah. So he's gonna well, I have to go. If I'm seeing correctly.
Yep. Your movement's what?
30.
30. Okay, so you move 30 on a 10-foot grid.
Yeah.
Okay. So Luudo, you're almost next to the koi fish, and the koi fish is splashing happily and smiling at you. Zephyrus is not under the charm of the koi fish.
He is gonna keep flying to get the Quellish close to out of this place. So
Okay.
he can go 10, right?
No, you're
20.
You're flying
20.
40, so 20. Yep.
Yep.
So that's one move.
Oh, I can go a little bit more, right?
Yeah, you could go a little bit more, and as a free action, you could drop the Quellish.
Don't drop it too far.
So I'll fly up till there, and then I'll drop the Quellish there.
Okay.
Oh no.
Tech looks at you. I'm guarding the door.
Thank you, Tech. I like the fish.
Shane Jailer is going to move to join Luudo and goes and pushes Luudo out of the way to just stand beside the fish and looking at it.
Does it affect the chains?
It does not affect the chains. The chains are just stupid animated objects.
Right, but they don't need him to be focusing or concentrating on them.
No, they're doing the last thing that he commanded them to do. Professor.
No, I'm gonna start making over there, and I assume the hand is gonna try to fuck me up.
Yeah, if the hand actually takes an attack roll on you, then it will lose its invisibility.
It realizes that and knows that it's worth trying to get the professor out of this stupor.
Okay, so it's going to make an attack roll against the professor. It's actually going to try to trip the professor.
Yeah. Which would be
A CMB of +0.
Or would it try and like grab him? Because it's pretty good at grabbing.
Strangle. An opponent grappled by the creature cannot speak or cast spells of verbal components. Yeah, it actually can grab. So give me a claw on the professor.
Basically, it's gonna slap the professor.
And then try to grab a whole, like fish hook his face and
1d20 plus 8?
try to grapple you. Yep.
12, Does that hit the professor? I don't think reduced person is going anymore.
Nope. The professor's flat-footed because the familiar is invisible.
Oh, yeah. Which would be... so he's 16 with an armor...
You have mage armor running, so it's AC 14.
so it misses him?
Yep.
Damn it.
So it appears misses you. The professor is now getting away from a hostile creature, so no problem. Okay, and the hand of the Archmage remains behind. It's slowly moving after him.
Yeah, what is its... I think its speed is less.
Speed is 20, so it moves 10 feet as it's crawling after the professor. The professor's a man with a...
legs.
Yeah, it's hopping from tree branch to tree branch, swinging a little bit and trying to go after you. Manny is rushing over because this is stupid. He starts moving back, but then he realizes the chains are moving after him because he's on the ground. And he's going to whip a rock at one of the chains.
Yeah. This one's 13, if I'm not mistaken. 26.
Yeah, that hits.
16. 23.
23 damage. Okay, he almost destroys one of the chains. Bits and pieces are falling off of it. It's moving a lot slower now.
Good job, Manny.
23.
Tremendous.
One more hit like that, and it'll probably be destroyed. Pharisee?
Pixel. I rolled for Pixel.
Yep.
Pixel runs straight over to the koi fish, top speed.
At top speed.
Fluttering around. Oh, I might keep you.
Pharisee flies to here
Yep.
and begins a bardic performance called Countersong.
Yeah! Which replaces everyone's will save
Within 30 feet
with your performance check.
with my performance check. Yes. And
Now, do you, with this type of bard song, get to exclude or include the chain devil?
Countersong. Each round, any creature within 30 feet of the bard that is affected by sonic or language-dependent magic effects may use the bard to perform check in place of a saving throw. That's interesting.
Okay, so you will be freeing the chain devil as well as your friends.
Let me make a slight change of tactics and just
Okay.
change the order that I was planning to do things in.
Sure.
I'm going to think about this.
Maybe the chain devil will be our friend if we save him. You guys aren't that bad, actually.
I actually need a full round action to do my next thing, so I'm just going to cast Strong Wings on myself,
Okay.
because you might as well have that up.
Alright, your wings become emboldened and extra tendons grow near the base of the wings. I'm assuming it just gives you bonuses to
Yeah.
float. Okay.
Bonuses to fly, yeah.
Animated chains. Well, they're going to move at the closest guy on the ground. This one gets to Manny, can make an attack. This one just spends its time moving through the mists all the way to Manny. What is Manny's AC?
Manny's AC is a whopping 20.
This chain lurches from the ground like a cobra. Shing! Manny just it wraps around his staff and he shakes it off to the ground.
Yeah.
It doesn't react like an animal. It just starts to rise back up again and slowly go after Manny.
Persistent.
Yes. The other one is just moving through the grass methodically towards Manny. I got these, is what he's saying. Tech, I'm guarding the door. You could see like he sees the chains or things moving and there's a weird twitch from one of Tech's antenna. Like
Yeah, that's fair.
like he kind of pivots his body. He's got the cursed sword in front of him. There's a weird twitch from one of his antennae. He does not move from his current position. The koi fish. Oh, Pharisee, why don't you join me? All the companions have seemed to join me. Come down here, my dear, and I will sing for you for days.
No, I don't think so.
Perhaps I will invite some of them for a swim. There is a very big body of water out there. I sure hope they can. He's speaking in Sylvan for the last part. I sure hope they can hold their breath.
Oh, I wish you wouldn't do that.
The koi fish thinks that's a good idea and is going to dive to the bottom of the pool, like somebody had suggested it might do.
Aha.
Sure gonna.
Luudo, diving to the bottom of the pool. Let me see. Is that putting you into... Well, you can hold your breath. Do you have a rank in swim? This is where not having a rank in swim would be...
Yes,
no, I
I
don't
do.
know how to swim, so...
I very much do.
It's
This would be dangerous.
yeah.
That's right. I love this. Like, oh, it's good to...
It's
anyway.
good to suck.
It's good to suck. Yep. Yeah, Luudo, you know how to swim. It's going in there. You want to be close to it. You can still hear the song in the water. Give me a swim check as you're jumping into the water to go after it.
It's 11.
Yeah, this is pretty easy to swim in. You hold your breath. What's your con?
Ooh, never been asked that. Very, con is 14? 14.
14, okay. So this round you have 28 breath points. You spend 2 of them swimming down underneath
Great.
the... so I'm going to keep track of that in your
Okay.
label. You 14 becomes 28, and when you take 2 actions in combat, you eat up 2 breath points. So you are
Slowly.
swimming after it. What did you have in your hand? Your bow?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can still have your bow in your hand. You're swimming after the koi fish. The koi fish is lingering near this this field of magic, however, moving its little undulating its body and its flippers around with this stupid smile on its face. Zephyros.
Zephyros is flying back.
Did I hear you say I want to eat it?
Cartoon scene of us roasting this fucker over.
Oh, that's funny. It was just this whisper under Luke's breath. Zafira, sorry.
Zephyros is flying back.
Okay.
You can fly back 20. How
Yep.
far? I think that's double movement, right?
Yeah, the only person you can't see at this point, you're kind of
Flying above the big sphere
of mist, is Pharisee sort of...
tucked against the mist ball.
Okay.
But you can see everyone else.
Okay.
Fly at 40? Wouldn't that just be a single move?
Oh no, you're no longer burdened, so you can move 30. Oh, that's right, you got to there. Good.
That's and that would be a double move in this location,
No,
right?
it's a single move.
Fly is movement 60.
Ah, okay. So I can go all the way there.
You could double move to the edge of the pond. Yes.
I shall do that.
Are you maintaining your height?
At the moment, yes.
Okay, so you're about 15 feet off the ground.
Yes.
All right. The chain jailer.
Does he have ranks in swim?
He does not.
Does he have ranks in float?
He's got ranks in sink, I'll tell you that.
He's got a decent con. I just don't think he's worried about water.
I think he
Fair enough.
might not even breathe.
Let's see. 1, he really doesn't like water. 2, it will be like the rest of you. And 3, he thinks he's invisible. Or invincible. 2, so he's going to hold his breath and just swim in. He kind of just sinks to the bottom of the pool, near the fish.
So these guys are underwater now, so I'm not going to be able to target them with language-dependent effects or audio effects.
Sound carries a little bit in water.
How deep are they?
The pond is about 20 feet deep.
Okay.
Luudo's still swimming down, and the guy's sinking, so they're not quite at the bottom yet, Professor.
Can the hand charge me?
Breath, it's got the same, 28?
Yeah.
This thing has the same breath points as Luudo.
We gotta fight.
Bubble coming up. Can this thing charge you? Unfortunately, there's difficult terrain between you and the professor. However, it can climb through the difficult terrain. So, yes, I will let it charge you. And it kind of runs up the professor's back and tries to fish hook your face again.
That's
It's a
exactly.
+2 on its attack roll.
Ooh. 23, that'll hit.
Okay, it does damage to the professor.
Yep, it'll do 1d1 plus 1.
Okay.
So 2 damage.
It does 2 physical damage to the professor as it's fish hooking your face,
So I would,
and then give it its. It has the grab ability, so it's now going to attempt to grapple the professor, and it has a special ability where it can grapple things larger than it.
Yes. Okay, it's CMB. Oh, to grapple? Wait, where is it? It should be at CMB, right?
Yep.
But it has grab. Doesn't that give it a +8?
It does not give it a +8. Let me look up the grab ability.
+4?
It might give. There might be a bonus. You are correct.
As I recall from some other character I had that had grab.
Searching.
While you do that, I just need a quick bio break.
Okay. Creatures that grab have a +4 bonus on grapple checks. So,
instead of being a +0 CMB, I'm +4.
yep, I'll add that to the character sheet.
Cool. +4, so that's 21. I think that's probably going to overcome the professor's CMD because he sucks at a lot of things like that. Yeah, his CMD is 13.
Okay, so it's fish hooked the professor's face. You are grappled. There's no way that you'd be able to take a breath in this current form, and you can't cast spells.
Yes.
So on your turn, you might get you might get an additional saving throw as you're moving forward.
Okay. Am I doing a saving throw, or do I try and like throw him off of me? Or wait.
So make the saving throw first.
Okay. 1d20.
The DC 16.
Plus 6. 19.
Okay, you realize the danger that you're in, and the crawling hand is still grabbing your face. It's not letting you talk. However, it does have emotion, an emotional link.
Oh,
with you.
yeah, it knows I'm not grooving on the song anymore.
Okay, it's gonna maintain the grapple until your next turn, though. It's just grabbing
Just
hold of you.
to learn my lesson. Could I
You can move.
move? Yeah.
Technically, you're in a grapple, so you can't move without winning the grapple. You could try to break the grapple.
I'll try and break it.
Okay, are you using escape artist or just a strength?
I don't think I have anything in Escape Artist. No, I'm not trained in Escape.
Okay, so you need to make a CMB versus the creature's CMD. Now, this thing does not. It's +4 to maintain. No, it doesn't. It has a CMD of 13.
My CMB is +1. I got 20.
Okay, so you throw your familiar off of your face.
I will say, oh, thank you. Quite enough, though. Yes.
And then it finally goes.
Yes. I'm well aware. I think that's probably.
Yeah, you have a move now after that.
I will.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. I think I'll move back into trees.
Yeah, that's about as far as you can get right there.
Yeah.
And the hand has actually done its turn, so you kind of threw it off, and it's still sitting in the clearing. Manny gets to react. I think he'll step back from the chains. Is he going to attack the injured chain or the uninjured chain?
Yeah, he'll try and well, hold on. Yeah, because one chain's better than two, so he's going to try and finish off that chain.
Okay. Is he using physical attacks or is he using his ranged?
They're using his ranged.
Plus 14.
14, 20.
Okay. His second stone ammunition from his oversized sling staff breaks this chain into pieces and it stops moving in the grass.
Yeah.
Got one! Pharisee?
I've used suggestion today, haven't I?
On tech, I think, right?
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I've used it once. I have 2 second level bard spells. I'm going to cast it again. I'm going to, as a move action, play the magical panpipes.
Yep.
As loudly as I can, and then I'm going to shout at the jailer. Jailer, Baba Yaga's apprentice demands you finish your work. Because I think that his job is to like feed things.
Okay. So you're suggesting that it goes back to work?
Yes.
Okay. Roll to break SR.
All right. I do have spell penetration.
Nice. The DC is 17.
God damn it!
Nope.
Okay, you're kind of flying up, and you're like, it's still sinking to the bottom, and it doesn't look
angry.
Yes!
It doesn't, but at the same time, like, I think probably the compulsion here would win, so I'm gonna assume that the suggestion might have worked. And then try and start freeing people from this curse.
Okay. The chain launches itself at Manny.
What about Pixel? Pixel's gonna go for a dive.
Oh, right.
Pixel
What is Pixel's con?
Did you start your counter song?
No. Con 10?
Okay. And does she have any ranks in swim?
I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, Pixel knows water is bad.
Yeah.
She gets another saving throw. She is
thinking that going under the water is bad, and there's a bit of a survival instinct kicking in.
Yeah. It kicks in hard.
She makes this really angry noise as she shakes off the spell. That was not nice. That's what she's saying. Bad fish.
I think maybe we should do some fishing, Pixel.
She's just really upset. And then the animated chain launching itself at Manny. AC 10. Nope. Hits him in the chest. He grunts a little bit, but no damage. Tech Saraki Gat. Just you hear this loud click. It's like the first click in the cog of entering combat. Guard door. He's watching Manny in combat, and he's twitching with the blade in front of him.
It's gonna be tough. Yeah.
Door!
The koi fish is swimming around happily, waiting for its captivated audience / victims to join it. It really wants to bring you guys to the other side.
No.
It's just two.
It's holding out its little flippers like hands, like invitingly. Luudo. Swims down to the koi fish. You get down to the bottom, your ears pop a little bit, you spend 2 breath points. Zephyros.
Can I see Luudo from where I am?
Yeah, Luudo's 20 feet down in the pond, next to the koi fish, near the bottom, There's this weird
shimmering kind of like area, like it's about a
5-foot, maybe 10-foot diameter circle down at the bottom of the pond that the koi fish is really close to,
and the chain devil is almost finished sinking to the bottom.
It looks like it's going to start walking towards the koi fish. Both of them are not acting well.
I don't have ranks in swim though. Is there something else I can use?
Fly would propel you through the water.
Okay, so I've got a +10 in fly.
Yeah, water is just like thick air
Okay, so
for a fly spell.
so what I would want to do is I want to fly down and grab a hold of Luudo and just yank him out of there.
Okay, so you're going to fly down towards Luudo and hold your breath and try to grab a hold of Luudo?
Yeah.
All right. Flying down there into the water is no problem with your.
You make a big splash as you plunge into the water. What's your con?
What is my con? So you broke up a little there. Why am I not seeing my con?
Constitution.
There we go. +2 or total? What do you want?
Total.
14.
Okay, you have 26 breath points after diving down into the water. You are above Luudo, so you get a +1 to your roll. You need to make a CMB check as you are grabbing a hold of Luudo.
Okay, my CMB is +10.
Okay.
So it's +11 because I'm coming from above, right?
Yep. Ludo's CMD is what?
CMD is
As Ludo's kind of like
19.
struggling against this. He doesn't want to leave. He wants to be near the fish.
What is his CMD? 19.
19.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so I'm +11, so 1d20 +11. 13 does not make it.
Yeah, it was the splash of the water. Luudo, you thought he was like happy and slow and sort of sedate, but he wormed away from you when the koi fish moved back a couple of inches, and it might be a bit more difficult. But you are under the water with Luudo and the chain devil.
Okay, I'm going to leave my token next to Luudo, but I'm under the water with him.
Okay, sounds good. Pixel is angrily returned to Pharisee's side. The chain jailer is going to continue dropping to the bottom and is now striding along the bottom towards the koi fish. So it's right beside you, but it seems to be taking no action against Luudo and no action against Zephyros. You see a little bit of bubbles rises from its weird covered mouth. There might be a man-like creature underneath all these chains. Really veiny skin. Professor,
Do I know if the chain jailer is undead or not?
you can give me a knowledge. Give me a d20 roll, and I will look at your sheet.
12.
You rolled 12.
Uh-huh.
You know that this thing is an outsider. It is called a chiton, or a chain devil. It's an outsider, evil, lawful, and actually chitons have their own type. They're like a race of devils.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know that it will slowly reknit wounds that are not made by good or silver weapons.
Interesting. Did that skill check use up
A move.
Okay, use up a move. I will cast Expeditious Retreat on myself.
Too many teammates die from those spells. You've had some funny comments here.
Here tonight, Kenny. Keep them coming.
Unfortunately, I've got
On this setup, so many windows on one screen. My chat gets buried.
the Baba Yaga compels you. The Baba Yaga compels you. That was
Pretty far. All right.
yeah. It's
It's kind of a race of who's going to drown first.
Not me.
Professor. You did your move action. You learned a little bit about the creature.
What is your standard?
I cast Expeditious Retreat.
Okay.
Can I 5-foot step?
Yeah, but the map's too big for that really to
Really?
move
Yeah.
your token.
The hand will run up and jump onto my shoulder again.
Sounds good. Manny is in a fight with one of the chains.
Right. Just gonna finish that off, hopefully. It's Manny's turn, right?
Yep, he's hopping around the field and
Add 10 to that. Jesus.
do you have hero points? Oh, that's a good audience hero points. Yes. Vox has a hero or villain. Lucas has a villain. D&D Action Junkie's got a hero point. Kenny's got a villain or hero point. Drakester's got a hero point. And then there are a few others. King Cuddles, Kebdes, Bunny, Megamark.
Bunny stopped showing up. Save us, Ahmed. Save Luudo. From the chain monster in the bottom of the
Okay, Manny's attack.
24.
24. Yep, he sends one of his oversized sling bullets into the chains.
25.
25 damage, destroys it in the one strike.
Wow.
I got the other one. Stupid chains. And, basically he had to 5-foot step away from it to
Right.
avoid AOO, and that's his. Where are they? Are they in the water? He's talking to Pharisee. Next person to go. This combat is super messy.
Yeah.
I lost my initiative sheet. Where?
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah, next person's Pharisee.
Okay.
Pharisee flies over to here, and starts playing Countersong.
Okay. Give me a performance check.
All right. The perform is wind. It's plus 14.
You're trying to pierce through the
26! Everyone who is under the charm is blocked for as long, I believe, as Pharisee continues your counter song. Immediately the devil bubbles come up from underneath his veil of chains. And he looks angrily at Luudo, looks at the fish. The fish is like, oh fuck! Luudo, you can see like the massive Zephyros trying to grab at you, and the trunk is grabbing at you like he wants to get you out of here. Oh,
They're in the water, Manny.
Yep.
They're in the water, Manny.
Animated chains I'll remove from the initiative sheet, which brings us to the top of the round. Texarak Gad is calming down because he can't see combat because of the big mist spell. Koi fish. At this point in time, it withdraws through the portal. Have fun with that. Kind of. He swims through this shimmering part of the water and just sort of disappears through it.
Hate him.
Laughing at you as he goes. Luudo.
Ludo's going to. Is Zephyros still grabbing at him?
Yep, you are along the bottom, so you have something to anchor against. Zephyros is trying to grab a hold of you.
Right.
Trying to hug you.
Ludo's going to. He's at the bottom. He's going to push off towards Zephyros, trying
Swim
to
into
get an elephant cover.
Yes.
Okay, so
Take me home.
you're gonna go and basically climb on to
Yeah.
into Luudo or into Zephyros. Okay, so I'm assuming Zephyros lets that happen. So you've got a hold of Luudo. While swimming there, you were right next to Zephyros. You could have just reached out and pulled yourself onto him. That's no problem. Doing that, however, does not provoke an AOO. Because you were right next to Zephyros. However, Zephyros might be threatened at this point by the devil's chains, which are now angrily shooting out of its body in all directions. Zephyros, you are next.
Zephyros is going to do whatever he... Oh, hold on. I am carrying Luudo now, right?
Yes, he is considered a creature.
And I am flying. I just want to see. I'm not sure if I have combat casting or not.
What you thinking?
I have combat casting. That means I can cast defensively, right?
Yep.
Which means I can cast something without provoking an AOO.
It means you have a bonus to your concentration check to try to cast without incurring an AOO.
Okay, so how would that work? I've never tried that.
What spell are you trying to cast?
Invisibility.
Nice.
Ew.
So Zephyros is going to try to cast invisibility using up some of the air that he has in his lungs to do so, because I believe invisibility is a verbal spell.
I did not think of that, but I'll
You got plenty
check.
of air in your lungs.
It'll be
Plus, you
worth
can
it.
just pop a trunk up.
Yeah, I can just pop a trunk up. I like the way he thinks.
You could cast and then move, so like you're not going to be underwater for long.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
something bad happens, you are spending some of your air. The concentration check for a invisibility spell is DC 19, and under your wizard spells, it's already calculated for you. Your concentration roll is plus 14.
$28.
Okay, so expending half of your lung of air, which is 14 air points, you rip off your invisibility spell. So you still have a little bit of air in your lungs. You turn invisible.
And then I can make a little bit of a move still.
Luudo is not invisible, and you could move up out of the water if you wanted.
Is Luudo not invisible with me?
Nope.
Oh, I thought I'm carrying. Okay.
He is a creature.
Okay.
So you're going to try to swim right up. That does not incur an AOO against the chitin. However, it gets an AOO against Luudo. What the fuck? Luudo, what's your AC?
Sorry, Luudo. That was my attempt was for both of us, but
That's okay. I saw. What you're
AC
doing.
13 underneath the water misses completely. The chains are
Yeah.
slow moving underneath the water, and the invisible elephant man drags Luudo to the top of the pond, probably depositing him. Are you keeping a hold of him as you're flying up into the pond?
I'll keep a hold of him for now because I can carry him and we can move faster farther.
Okay.
Unless he wants to get off.
Let's ride, big guy.
The two of you are coughing as you're
What altitude can I reach? What altitude can I reach at the end of this movement?
Going up is twice speed or twice the cost, and you were at 20. You were about 15 feet off the bottom, so 15. You can go 15 feet above the pool.
Okay, 15 feet above the pool it is. Because this guy's not going to stand on the water. He
No,
can do many things, but he can't do that.
He is now like half swimming, half crawling along the bottom to try to get out, and he loses 2 breath points this turn.
Okay.
And it's going to take him a couple of rounds to get out, probably. Luudo and Zephyros can now breathe, so we'll stop tracking breath points for you.
Awesome. I'll take it off my sheet.
Gutsy move, Zephyros.
Yeah, thanks for saving it there.
It paid off.
Yeah.
Professor.
The professor, seeing all of his friends get out of there, will cast Minor Image, and he will make it appear as though the pond has frozen over the top with really thick ice and is starting to block out the sun, so it becomes hard to tell what's up and what's down in there.
What is the area of effect that your image can appear?
Oh, they're pretty massive. Up like silent image and silent image. 4 10-foot cubes plus 1 10-foot cube per level, and this is a level 4 spell, so 80 square feet. Is that enough
my
to
goodness.
cover this thing?
You have made the pond look like it's frozen over.
And like snow is covering it, it's darkening, and like the light is blotting out.
Okay, the chitin's not at your insidious illusion yet, so it doesn't make a saving throw until it interacts with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, That is probably your cruelest delusion yet.
Hey, man. Don't go in the water.
Manny is moving over after killing the chains. He sees everything is okay. He sees the pond frozen over. Doesn't hear the laughing koi fish anymore. Are we going back to the museum?
I think we should go back to the museum, yes.
Probably best.
Do you think that monster will drown in there?
Luudo and Zephyros saw that like bubbles were coming out of its mouth.
Yeah, he was breathing down there just like us.
Breathing rather heavily.
Perhaps.
Pharisee?
Let's go, Pixel. We fly.
You don't have to tell me twice. I'm not coming back here to visit the mean fish. She's still indignant. She's still like just this righteous indignation coming out of Pixel.
Oh, yes. We're going to go fishing with Tech one of these days.
Woo! Tech. Speaking of Tech, he's just sort of staring off.
He's guarding that door real good, though.
He pings like the claw on the Qualish. It doesn't attack him, so he doesn't attack it.
I am
The koi fish, I'm just going to remove from the initiative. It's had enough dealing with you guys.
It's had a bad time. Twice now.
Luudo?
Luudo. He's wait, we haven't left the pond yet?
Oh, you're out of pond.
You're 15 feet above the pond.
Oh.
You can see it's
Well, then I'll hang
icing
out.
over and
In
covering
the
with...
elephantine embrace of Zephyros.
Hey, chill out.
Good one, Luudo!
I'm getting there.
Zephyros?
Zephyros is going to carry Luudo, and we're going to go...
That's one move.
Yeah, I just had to move my screen down a bit.
Okay.
30, all the way there.
You can see Tech. He announces.
And I'll also...
Go
Sorry,
ahead.
I'll also, while I'm coming down, I mean, we could probably make this one less or something, so that I can come down and drop Luudo on the ground.
Yeah, no problem. You kind of descend a little bit, and you drop Luudo on the ground. Tech chirps that he's guarding the door to Luudo.
Oh.
The chain jailer spends a full round kind of like marching along the bottom and getting up to the point where he's almost at the surface. It's 2 more breath points. He hasn't reached the surface yet. Professor?
We're gonna...
How long does your illusion last?
concentration +2.
And what's the range?
That's pretty far. It's like 100 plus... 400 feet plus 40 feet per level, so 500 and...
Okay. The only thing that is blocking you, that could possibly block you, are the trees and the big mist ball.
I'll have to just do that because I have to maintain concentration.
Mm-hmm. You and your little entourage of weird things.
Night, Kenny.
Manny
Alvin.
just doesn't say anything to the professor. He sees that you're alive and just gave like a quick nod and then just moves through the mist. He's gonna avoid the mist because Pharisee's mists are...
Bad things happen
Yeah.
sometimes in that mist.
There you go. Now you're thinking.
You saw him like, nope, not going into the mist. He jogs around the mist.
I'll nod approvingly at him.
There's a slight grim grin that crosses Manny's face as yet again you guys are going to escape death or imprisonment.
Yeah.
Pharisee?
Pharisee and Pixel are going to here, and then Pharisee is going to say, let's go through the door, Tech. And we've got some movement left. We're going to go through the door.
Yeah, Tech can open the door, and the 2 of you, or the 3 of you, can go into the museum. And I'll put you guys into the henge area.
Yeah, I think I might just go ahead and solve this sword problem.
Solve the puzzle.
Luudo.
Luudo. He is going to hop off. Oh, I've been set down.
How long does that mist last?
He's gonna beeline it into his machine.
You go into the Quellish machine. Alright, so you move up into the machine. You can start manipulating the